Social Studies Department Chairperson. Teach World History and Advanced Placement World History. 6 years at Holy Ghost, 21 years teaching. There's a lot of programs I'm involved in, some involving the students, some involving the faculty. We have a club here called Tuned In, and Tuned In's purpose is to have students teaching other students. It gives them a chance to help students with presentation topics as well as with computer-related topics. In addition to Tuned In, I also work with the Middle States Committee here at Holy Ghost, trying to make sure that our school stays on track with our goals and our objectives. Personal hobbies: love music, collect about 400 to 500 CDs, love old movies as well, love to sing, don't do as much as I used to. Used to sing in a band at the shore, still sing for some weddings and things like that, but not as much as I'd like to. My family always just had music as we were kids. We either had our stereo on constantly in the background, it was just a given. My sister learned to play the piano. I never had the patience to actually learn to play the piano, but she would always be banging on the piano one way and I'd be singing behind her as a little kid. And afterwards it just simply caught on. In high school, friends would just say, why don't you sing for this or why don't you sing for that? College, obviously, it took on a whole different dimension when we started to goof around and sing, and that's when first band I was in was called Stranger, obviously related to Billy Joel, and then I started to sing at some clubs at the shore. I write the lyrics for music a lot, yes. And I don't always share that with people. There's certain parts of your life you kind of keep private, if you will, and that's not always a good thing, because if you want to have your music published, then obviously you have to let people read it. But most of the times I'll write things down, store them away, and then when I feel comfortable, I'll share them with other people. My whole life, obviously, anybody who knows me knows I'm a huge Billy Joel fan. I remember being in my junior year of high school, listening for the first time to the Stranger album, Beyond, listening to Piano Man, and it's just kind of was biographical or autobiographical to what I was experiencing with all the different, rebellious attitudes at times and trying to figure out different things when you're dating. And every album that came out after that, ironically, I kind of associated it with what was going on in my own life, and that's when it all kind of fell into place.
And one final question: how do you feel being labeled as a pianist?
A pianist? I don't want to be labeled as a pianist. I have no problem with that. If you feel very strongly about it and if it's in your gut, all you need to do is connect with one or two people in an audience. And that's it.
My position is teaching mathematics, advanced placement calculus, analysis honors, and algebra 2. This is my 41st year in education. Well, besides helping students, I race home and take my dogs out, my 2 Pomeranians. I teach 2 nights a week. I'm involved in educational testing service on weekends, some weekends. So I'm busy. Plus, my motorcycle. Well, about 10 years ago, I was going through a crisis, a midlife crisis. I saw a motorcycle go down the road. And my next door neighbor said, that motorcycle is for sale. So within 24 hours, it was in my driveway. It's a 1978 Honda Hawk, about a 400cc. So it's a medium-sized bike. It's a road bike. First of all, I took a motorcycle safety course, which I recommend for everyone who rides a motorcycle. Because most motorcycle accidents occur in the first 6 months of having a bike, because people don't know what's happening. I always use jeans. I never have shorts on. A leather jacket, full helmet, gloves, the whole bit. I would become roadkill around here, I'm afraid. No, it's too dangerous. I ride in the Poconos, where it's calm and very few cars. I mean, I enjoy technology, but I enjoy going for walks. I enjoy riding a cycle. I enjoy playing golf if I walk. And I just appreciate the trees and all that. I love my classroom here. I can look out and see trees, and I can daydream whenever I want to. Being a grandfather is really tremendous. I have a special relationship with my grandson, and we have weekends up in the Poconos, just the 2 of us riding the cycle. All 3 of my grandchildren have been on the back of the cycle, and they love the motorcycle. So we have a good time. My wife has more of the interesting cars. She does have the little Mercedes that she enjoys driving. I don't mind driving it either. It's good. But I'd rather ride the motorcycle. That kind of a mountain man, right?
I teach physics, physics honors, I've been known to teach a math class or two, if need be. Kendo. Well, simply put, Kendo is the art of Japanese fencing, although it's a little more than the sport like European fencing. Well, it is a martial art, so it's not really different in a general sense from the other martial arts, but it has its own idiosyncrasies. It's descended from sword fighting, actual sword fighting. Well, let's keep things in context here, okay? Kendo, as we practice it now, is more akin with a sport than it is with fighting to the death, since it's done with bamboo swords. So, as far as the deadliest move, I don't think you can categorize any of them. Unless you're not wearing protective armor, then just about any one of the moves could be categorized as fairly painful, if not deadly. To compete or to practice, you need protective armor, which I happen to have conveniently located here. Since I was a kid, I had a fascination with Japanese martial arts and the samurai. So when I went to Japan in the service, I attempted to study Kendo. However, being, what was I at the time, 22 or 23, and most of the beginners in Japan, Kendo is taught from childhood. So most of the beginners classes were little kids at like 6 or 7. So I couldn't find a school that would teach me beginners Kendo. So instead I found a school that taught Iaido, which is the Japanese sword. It's more of a contemplative art than a competitive sport like Kendo. So I practiced Iaido when I lived in Japan. And then a few years ago I got interested in Kendo again, decided to pursue it, so found a school up in North Jersey that teaches.
Liam!